that just took over the world.
All right, very nice. I looked at a lot of when we were in the meeting. We talked, and I've also researched you a little bit. So you are a rapper, songwriter, producer, musician,
Act,
actor. Yep, CEO,
yep.
clothing line. I looked at your pieces on your clothing line. Like, what do you not do?
What I don't do is be lazy and don't do nothing. So if
All
there's
right,
something being
that's
done,
perfect. Yeah, lazy is not a part of the situation at all. I would never associate your name with that whatsoever. Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about, how you got started, and just give us your story.
well, I always been in love with the music, and then always been in love with performing. You know what I'm saying, music. So, as a kid, just was been accustomed to it. It stuck with me. Then in high school, I started writing raps, battle rapping, and stuff of that nature. And then once I graduated from high school, just started recording. You know, in the midst of me being outside in the streets, I was recording. Started recording at my cousin's house, and what I mean, he had the shit up in his attic. And then from there, it just something that just stayed with me no matter what I was doing. I always was doing music. So no matter where I had a job, whether I was in the streets hustling, whether I went to prison, I was always stuck. Music stuck with me. So it's just something that became a passion, and then I turned my passion into a corporation, and now it's taking care of my life at this point and feeding my family.
That's what I wanted to hear, and that's what I was going to ask you as well. Um, One thing I wanted to ask you, and as a musician myself, I understand what it means, what I'm about to ask you, but how important is it to not only understand the front side of what you do, but also understanding behind the scenes? How important is that for new musicians to do that?
Well, it all depends on what your goal is. If you're just doing music for a hobby, then you don't need to see the back side of it. But if you want to be successful, you need to focus 90% of your energy on the business, because this industry, or whatever you want to call it, is 90% business and
Right,
10% your talent. So,
right.
you wondering why a lot of you people that feel like, hey, I'm better than this person, or I make better music, or I got better lyrics than, and you wonder why they in position, is because their businesses together. Whether
Right.
it's them knowing the business or knowing somebody else that knows the business. So,
Mhm.
you'll get further in this business with the right connections than you will with the talent.
That's absolutely correct. And early on, I learned the hard way what the differences were, because you're right. I mean, it just comes down to your music, ownership of your music, labels, whether you do a label or not, whether you do your own. I've always been independent. Years ago was offered, deals, but they weren't really attractive. So I decided not to go that route. How difficult, though, is it, or is it difficult to raise a family and have a family and be traveling and on the road and doing all these different things? Does it make it difficult for family, or does everybody just kind of jump in and say, hey, this is what we're doing? How does that work?
In order to have anything worth having, it's going to come with some type of sacrifices. So,
Hmm.
the sacrifices that I made is not being able to, spend time with family as much as I want to. But on the flip side, this is how I take care of my family. So, it's an understanding there. But, the more I grow, the more I could be able to, do for my family. And as far as, like you were saying, like I just had two record label offers, with Rock Nation and Empire. Right now, I'm just considering my options before I, make a decision. Um, Everything is going great at this point, but I'm never content. I'm always looking to better my situation. So, you know.
Right. It's interesting. I was having a conversation with a fellow producer last night, and she was saying how she was offered this contract with a label. They put a check on top of the contract and said, hey, here's the, advance check, sign here. She
Right.
moved the check out of the way, and she read the contract, and she literally left the check there and she walked out.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
just like, I mean, and nobody else even know this information. I'm giving you the first drop on this, but the one of the record deal offers was 500K. You know what I'm saying? To
mhm,
sign a recording contract for 500,000, and the stipulations wasn't what I liked it to see. So,
mhm,
a part of being in business is you got to know how to negotiate. So I
right.
put in a couple of negotiations, and then now we'll see where it go from there.
Right.
If they come back and meet my demands or come close to it, then we can do business. If they
Right.
don't, then I'll pass up on an offer and continue working, because if I got that opportunity, it's a lot more ahead of me.
Right. And I think so often people that are new in the business think, well, here's the deal. I have to sign it. No, you don't. You don't have to sign it that way. And like you said, you can make adjustments, give it back to them and say, hey, this is nice, but here's what I would like. And that's the type of thing I think a lot of people in the business really need to learn how to do.
Sure. It
Yeah.
just all depends on your lifestyle. See, my lifestyle, I've been blessed to have, a lot of hustle and know how to be an entrepreneur and create ways to accumulate finances to take care of my family without a major deal. So, I mean, I'm not as privy as the next artist that's struggling or that need the money bad, that will just sign anything just to get that check,
Right.
so I have the opportunity to say no to certain situations that don't make sense for me, my brand, and my company as a whole.
Right. Have you, and a lot of times when I have these interviews, I talk about the backstory. So, what are some of those things that maybe have happened prior to you really getting to where you are that were difficult, but yet now looking back on it, it probably really made you who you are and helped you get to where you are?
Oh, that's an easy question. Let's see. Being in the streets of Buffalo, just hustling and dealing with that lifestyle and that culture, the street culture, it caused me to have several stints inside of the New York State prison system.
Okay.
I was on Buffalo's 10 Most Wanted. It caused me to go down a bad path, and I'm not even regretful of that path, because, like you said, that path made me the person that I am today, and I'm glad I was able to see that path young. So now I know what to do and what not to do. And also, I'm glad that I was able to, have a lot of finances at a young age, or at a prime age, to where now when I do get the money, and as I accumulate money, I don't blow it like I would normally do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, it's just all life learning lessons, and I appreciate every stepping stone to get me to where I'm at right now.
Very nice. Now, I have a label myself, but it's just me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, or do you right now have other artists that you actually groom and bring onto your label? I'm thinking about it, but I haven't really done that yet. Is that something that you're doing or you're going to do?
Absolutely, and I'm actually looking to sign new artists this year as we speak. But I'm being very particular about the new artists I sign, because it's like it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Being that,
Right.
I mean, the opportunities that I was just presented with in the direction that my career and my business is headed in, I just can't let anybody be a part of it. It's not, what I mean, just think that, hey, I sign up, I can get a part of it. You actually got to
Right.
have something going on. It's not for everybody, what I mean, but it is for somebody, and the right person. I'm gonna help change their life and be able to help them feed their family.
Yeah.
So I am looking for artists, but it's just not. It ain't about all just talent. I got to see what
Right.
person you is. I got to see what the character. I got to learn your vices, just to know if you gonna fit with what we trying to do here. And a lot of people energy be fucked up, so I really don't want that a part of what I got going on either. So, you know what I mean?
Yes. I'm glad you said that. That is really, really key, because as far as people I surround myself with, my circle is small because I can't afford negativity. I can't afford people being messy. And you're right. Talent, and a lot of people think, well, shoot, this person sings or performs better than that person. That's a little small piece of it. I like to see, and anybody that I would bring onto my label, I would want them already out there grinding, already promoting themselves and investing in themselves. Because if they can't do that, the days of someone just wanting a label or someone that's to do it all for them, I think that's gone. And I could be wrong, but
No, you're
you
not wrong.
really have to,
You're
yeah,
correct. And the sooner that they figure it out, the sooner they'll be more successful, because the major labels don't want you until you're already a made product. So it's like
right,
your store has to be open. You have to be generating money, because this is all the stuff that they look for. Let's see
right,
your sales. Let's see your your monthly subscribers. Let's see your
right,
fans. Let's see the numbers you're doing on this platform. They want to see a already generated business. So you
right,
have to already be moving. They don't
right.
just say, hey, oh, you're talented, we're going to make you a star. You have to already make yourself a star, and then they're going to come and put you in a bigger light than you're already in.
Right. You're absolutely right. Because right now I'm in the process of negotiating something to get some investors on my channel on Roku. And the first thing he asked me was, send me all of your social media information, what's happening on Facebook. And I have all of them. And so they want to see, the activity, how many followers, they want to see all of that. And it's not necessarily that they want to see millions necessarily, but they want to see activity that's consistent. And as
Absolutely.
you know, social media is about consistency.
Absolutely.
So that's absolutely true. But speak to me on this one. A lot of times when I talk to new artists, they think, okay, it's just the music and producing and all of that. One of the things I brought up in a meeting the other night was about sync licensing. There's so many different things to do with your music, and that's one of them, to get them into movies and TV. I've got 4 of my songs going into a movie this year, because you have to look at outside of just that small box. There's a huge opportunity in so many other things out there as well. Speak to me on about that.
Well, that's very important. Like, I have a friend. I have a friend, a very important, influential person that's in my life. My brother Omega Red. Shout out to brother Omega Red. He actually put me onto this like some years back, and he's been very successful with it. And he actually makes a lot of money on publishing through that. So I mean, I have songs that has been submitted for certain movies and stuff of that nature. That's another bag. It's like
Right.
it's music business. It's a lot of money inside the music business. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
It's some people are in the music industry and there's others that are in the music business. Me,
Right.
I have to be in both. And I and
Right.
I focus more on the business because that's how you get paid.
Right. Absolutely. Tell us about some upcoming, and are you doing shows right now? Um,
Yes, currently, I've been actually getting booked a lot in this Atlanta area. Like the bag been coming in through Atlanta. I would love to be booked in other places. I just did my own tour like a couple months ago. It was the Rich Lit tour. We did the East Coast, up north and down south, and it was all independently funded tour by myself and my company.
okay.
Um, and it was very successful, and I was very hyped at the outcome, being that I did it all myself. The promotions, the
Right.
booking of the venues, the getting the artists, and the getting all the ticket sales and all that. So I was pretty pleased with the outcome, and I know each tour gonna be bigger and bigger. But right now, I'm just accepting bookings for everything that I got going on, and I got this hit record, Rich Lit, that's taking off. And the fact that that song is taking off has been getting me booked a lot here in the Atlanta area.
Yeah, I've been watching your videos and posts, and I've been seeing how you were showing different things on different stations. That's really cool.
Oh yeah,
I like the. Go
cool.
ahead.
That's a fact. We on 43 mainstream stations right now on the radio. I know a lot of people think that the radio is dead, but that's been the most proven tool since day one of getting a artist hot by having a song on the radio. I mean, I know a lot of people think, hey, it's all about the internet, but me, I like to cover all grounds. I get
Right.
out the streets and I get on the internet with it.
Right. What other ventures, other than what you're doing right now, and maybe they're outside of music, are there other things that you're thinking about doing that are not in the entertainment business, that are outside of that you might think about as a revenue stream in the future?
Absolutely. I actually own other businesses as well. I started a car rental service here in Atlanta. I have like 7 cars on Toro, different qualities of cars on Toro. I venture off into the clothing industry. I'm actually a model now. I model in black jockey clothing. As you can see, I
Okay.
got dope pieces. This jacket. And you can check they clothing out at www.blackjockeyclothing.com. I do a lot of stuff. It's just like I'm an entrepreneur. If I see as a way to make some money out of it, and I'm a silent partner in a couple businesses as well. Like I
Right.
see startups or stuff with potential that just need the financial backing, and then I say, hey, here goes my percentage of what I'm going to give you, and then just give me a cut of the ownership of the business, and we
Right.
can we can grow together.
That's really cool. Is it true that I heard an entrepreneur say, actually a billionaire, he said one of the things you have to look at is diversity and having multiple income streams. Do you believe that?
Absolutely, because guess what? COVID just proved to us that when
Yes.
everybody was going through the pandemic, a lot of people's lives collapsed. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people didn't make it through the pandemic, and I'm
Right.
just thankful and I'm blessed and highly favored enough to been able to do well in the pandemic and
Right.
still be here. So I mean, I just appreciate God for having favor over me and giving me that grace to be able to catapult and still be rising and growing in
Right.
a crazy environment that we was just in or what we still in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's where the Roku channel came from. When the pandemic started, I was like, okay, I've got to think of another window, because the traditional going out performing, that's dead right now. So I think virtual shows actually kind of grew a little bit. They weren't really that big before, but I think with the pandemic, there's so many virtual shows and concerts and those sorts of
Yeah,
things
I
that kind of.
5 virtual concerts actually.
Yeah. So that's something that just kind of came out of it. Um, Let me ask you this. So this is something I'm thinking about because I'm really big on like educating other people. I actually have an online college, and I would really love for you to do like a master class or something that people would have to pay for seats in order to attend, to show them some of the different pieces that you know and to share that knowledge. Would you be open to that?
Hey, we could definitely have that conversation. I'm all about that. I'm
Okay.
about helping the others, and helping people because I want to be able to create what I didn't have. Like I
Right.
learned trial and error, and I bumped my head a lot of times and had to get back up. So I would love to be a part of something of that nature.
How big is technology, do you think, in the music business now? How big of a
The
factor is it?
world as a whole, and we
Yeah.
have to be mindful. And a lot of the older and the elders here in the world, they like I ain't with that computer stuff, but
Yeah.
that's the
Right.
new world.
Yeah.
Everything is more hands on. Like it's even getting worse. It's even steps further than that. Now it's virtual. You know what I'm saying? So now it's even
Right.
deeper than just regular tech. Now it's
Right.
virtual. Now it's stuff that's not even tangible. That
Exactly.
very important at this point. So it's like, we just have to adapt with the times. That's how you stay successful, and that's how you stay on the right track. You just have to adapt with the times. You have to let the past be the past and focus on being prepared for the future.
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. Um, what else would you like us to know? There's some people here that know you, and there's others that don't. Talk to the
Well,
ones that don't know you. What would you like them to know about you?
Well, first and foremost, I would like y'all to know that you can follow me on all streaming sites and all streaming platforms and download sites. I have over 10 albums that's been released. My latest album was dropped last Tuesday on February 22nd, called "Keep That Same Energy Too." That was the full album was produced by my homie Bless 3K out of Niagara Falls, New York, and it was a dope album. It was debuted at number 16 on the top 100 rap and hip hop charts, and that was all independently. So that says something. It's like, oh, he got to be doing something right if he's getting that much motion independently. So check it out. It's a dope album. It's more of a hip hop vibe. And me personally, I'm like right in the middle. I'm 35, so I still in touch with the young crowd, the young
Hmm.
trendy trap clubby crowd, and I'm
Right.
also in touch with the OG hip hop crowd. So my goal is to bring those crowds and to try to mesh them into one, if that's possible. But
Right.
that's the goal for me. And I got dope merch of my own, Hustler's Dream clothing. You can get that www.ponzohoudini.com, and you can find the links for the merch on that site as well. And YouTube, I got a bunch of videos on YouTube. I got movies that I'm starring in. Check out the Conflicted movie. That's directed and shot by Deuce King and AK Reed. They out of Buffalo, New York. You can check out those movies on Amazon Prime or Tubi, and also get ready for Pure Finesse. I'm starring in that one too. So, it's a lot of work on the way, and there's a lot of work that's in the past that you can go check up on if you're new to my movement.
Very nice. And give us the social media names so they can find you there as
Yep,
well,
yep.
Ponzo.
It's Ponzohoudini, Ponzo Houdini on all platforms. That's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat. What is that? TikTok. Anything you could think of, Ponzo Houdini is there. You feel me? Just Google Ponzo Houdini and you'll see a bunch of threads pop up on Google. And so
Right.
yeah, check me out. I'm live and direct, and I'm around.
That's true. I did find you there, and I was looking up a lot of information about you. So yeah, you are definitely all over the place. Yeah, this was really cool. I really want you to keep in mind that as you start doing different things and things that you like to promote, please let me know because I definitely, for sure, would want to have you come back and talk about those things and get you some more followers or whatever that is
Yeah,
that you're looking to do.
all about net
Um,
here for sure.
what's that?
I say I'm definitely all about networking. I'm here for sure.
Absolutely. So if I told you, here's a crystal ball,
Okay.
and we have jumped from today to 5 years from now, what are you doing?
Oh, 5 years from now, I'm gonna be one of the biggest artists and label execs in the music industry. I'm gonna be a pillar in the actual the movie industry as well. I'm gonna be a successful businessman. and I'm peeking into my bank account. It's not nobody business, but it's gonna be probably close to a billion, if not $1 billion, just chilling because I've made all the right decisions in these like next 5 years.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So B, not M, but B with
Yeah, M is small.
the
In my category, M is very small. You know, it's small minded in my lifestyle. So a B is something that make a lot of sense for I can feed generations of generations of generations of generations, and also help other people feed their generations with that amount of money.
right. And you're right on like the legacy. What kind of legacy do you want to leave for your family and for your fans?
I just want to leave the legacy that I was a hustler, and I'm setting the trend to go out and get it, and don't live by the old stories and the old downfalls that we had and we was brainwashed with, that we can't be successful. We gotta go to college and go for 4 years and then go get a shitty job, and that's just our life. Get a good job, because we was brainwashed to believe that you get a
Right.
good job and
Right.
it's bigger than that. It's more out here, and if somebody else can do it, no matter what race or color, if they can do it, then we can also do it. And then
Right.
also want to leave the fact that when you do get in position, help others get in position too. Don't
Right.
be selfish to the fact to be like, oh, I want to be the only person successful. Me
Right.
personally, I'm happier when I got more successful people around me than people that are
Hmm.
not successful. I actually
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable when people, I'm saying, around me and they're not successful. I feel like it's my duty to try to help them. And but you
Yeah.
can't help everybody. Everybody don't want to
True.
be. Some people
True.
are unsuccessful because of their own, because of their own actions and or things that
Right.
they not to do, and you just laziness,
Right.
pure laziness. So, you
Right.
can't help everybody, but I try to help as many as I can, and then I get my blessings back from the universe and God.
That's true. You hit it right on the head because I think it was Rick Ross or someone that said exactly that recently, where he wanted a circle of people that were also thriving and doing things as well. Because you're right, it is kind of odd. You're the one person that's making money and doing things, and these other people are just struggling. I mean, what is the point of that? And definitely the mindset must be different because how can you be around someone like yourself that's doing these things and you just kind of, these other folks are sitting back like doing nothing or just watching you? I mean, you want to have people that you can talk about these things with and grow with.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Well, I appreciate so much to have you coming on today. I'm going to be tagging a lot of your websites, YouTube, all of that on this post as well. When I stop the live, I'm also going to edit this a little bit and then I'll send you the video so you can also share it and use it as one of your promo tools as well.
Definitely. Lisa Marie, it was a pleasure being on this live today. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and continue to be blessed.
All right. Thank you so much. I was really happy to have you here today.
Likewise, please.
Okay. All right. Bye.